What's up, Montreal? I'm Alex.
And I'm Nalie, and today's episode is all about musical talent in Montreal.
We sent our boy Jonathan to do some serious burger flipping at a McGill University party.
We check out the Voice of Gold competition to meet some aspiring singers with really big dreams.
And we check out NDG residents' insane musical talents at a borough-wide music festival.
All this and more. Let's get to it. The open air pub is an age-old McGill tradition. So picture this, a festival complete with live music, drinks, and food, and all profits go to charity.
That sounds pretty good. We sent our boy Jonathan for some burger flipping fun right on McGill campus.
Hey, what's up, Montreal? This is your host, Jonathan. I'm here at OAP Light, the final end-of-the-year event here held at McGill. Let's go check it out. So aside from being a great music festival, OAP is also a way for students to rekindle their relationships at the end of a really strenuous school year.
The slogan for this place is it's the best place on earth, and it really, truly is.
Since the 1980s, OAP has launched itself into a huge music festival with local bands, both students and faculties alike. The event started with just a few engineers sitting around a table with a big sign posted, "Welcome to OAP." We're here with Patrick, one of the organizers of the event. Tell me a little bit about the history of OAP.
Okay, so it started out around 1982, I believe, and what it originally was a bunch of engineers just coming down to the park, and they set up a few tables, cracked a few beers, and just had some fun with some friends. They threw up a nice little sign that said, "Welcome to the open air pub."
Tell me about the relationship between the Rogue Scholars and OAP. It's pretty notorious. They seem incredible. I've never even heard them, and I'm already promoting them.
I don't know if they actually mentioned this. They maybe downplayed it. They are all McGill staff.
Music is a huge part of this event, so come on with me. We're gonna go talk to the Rogue Scholars, a notoriously popular band here at OAP. I'm here with a member of the Rogue Scholars, a notoriously popular band here at OAP. Hi.
Hi.
Can you tell me a little bit about your band for those of you at home who may not know about it?
We're a band of McGill profs and support staff, not spring chickens. We've been playing together for a long time, so we're going to do songs from when we were young.
Is there anywhere else that maybe a student could get a chance to see you guys play?
We like to play at benefits, and today we're playing at a benefit for President's Choice Children's Charity, I believe. Made a new friend, burger flip master extraordinaire. I have this in my hand. We are absolutely ready to learn how to flip. So how does this work?
A good cook and a good griller only has to flip it over once. You can see the white on this on the bottom, so give that a flip. Perfect.
Excellent.
Now, just for practice sake, let's say you want to flip this one over here. This one's just about ready to go.
I watch gymnastics in the summer, and
there you go, you got it, some flair to it. Hey, not bad. He's a natural, look at that.
I don't know how, if I had sunglasses, I would wear them. Incredible.
There.
I'm ready.
Let me know if you need a job if this doesn't work out, eh?
So we're standing in front of this fountain, if you could take notice. There's also a bit of a story about this fountain.
the story's a little, I guess, non sequitur to the way that we appreciate it. So it's called the Three Bears for obvious reasons. It's three men who are bearing it all. It was donated to McGill, and there was like a whole procession. And then we took over the park, and we've made it our own, and we've coined it as like the best place on earth is. And then our logo is the Three Bears.
But it wasn't easy this year getting it into sort of fruition. How did that happen?
We worked together with Grounds and McGill, and we managed to actually bring in a giant forklift to go lift the top off this thing, which normally they don't do for a couple months, because it's only really enjoyed about halfway through the summer by the students, and for full OAP, which is the first weekend of school there.
Nalie has 23-year-old singer-songwriter Carissa Vales. She's from right here in Montreal, and she composes her very own rock-pop music with a Latin twist. Let's check it out.
Got my lipstick rouge on, staying up till we see the sun.
Carissa, thank you so much for taking the time to come in studio.
Thank you for inviting me.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Super good. So we got the chance to hear you sing live when I was at the Just For Him festival.
Right through your eyes, no regrets tonight. La 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 la. Got my lipstick on tonight.
Tell us, you're really talented, I must say. How long have you been singing for?
Oh my God, I've been singing my whole life. I know it's really like cliche to say this, but I've been singing since I was like 3 years old. I started doing contests at like 12 years old, and I started doing music more seriously at 18 years old. When I was younger, I used to like grab all my friends and just like tell them that we were gonna do a show for our parents.
And what makes you stand out from a lot of other singers is that you sing in 3 different languages.
Yeah, in French, English, and Spanish, and I write my songs too in those 3 languages.
Wow. So I have to ask, is there a language that you prefer to sing more than another?
Well, the 3 languages are very different from each other. I'd say that the most romantic language is Spanish, because I like the sound of it.
Definitely.
But when I write my songs, they always come out in English first. I don't know why, it's just natural to me. So I think I'd say English, it's like my favorite language to start a song with.
And you have an album coming out, or is it out already?
It's an EP, mini album. It's coming out this fall, so I'm really excited too.
What's it called?
It's called Burning Your Love. It's gonna have, I think, 6 songs on it, and it's gonna be just there's gonna be a lot of like summer vibes in it, and the songs, so it's gonna be cool. I'm excited.
Okay. So let's get to know you a little bit better. I'm gonna play a game with you if you don't mind. We're gonna play the this or that game. So I'm gonna ask you about 10 questions, but really like this or that, and you have to just respond between one word.
Okay.
Cool?
Yes.
All right. So, cats or dogs?
Cats. I have 2 cats at home, and I love them. They're my babies.
Or coffee or tea?
Coffee. I'm addicted to coffee. That's not good, but I have to have my coffee every morning. That's like a law.
Mountains or oceans?
Oceans. They're very relaxing, I think.
Pants or skirts?
Pants.
You're like, pants.
Pants.
Clearly.
Yeah, I'm a pants girl.
Same. Okay, last one out of the this or that. Single or taken?
Oh, that was unexpected. Taken.
Sorry, guys. I know that was a burning question.
I know. My face was like, what?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Making music, that's for sure. Performing, writing songs. Something with music, I guess. Because music is really important to me. It's a big part of me, so definitely music in 5 years, yeah.
Okay, so now I want to know, you've made it this far and you're really putting yourself out there, and it's not easy, like you said. So for all those in Montreal who are super talented and they're looking to put themselves out there, what is your best advice? Like, what could you tell those watching now at home who want to be doing what you're doing? What could you tell them?
My best advice for the people who want to do music, I think it's to surround yourself with people who believe in you too. Because music is a really hard business. You have to be very ambitious and never like. You have to be very determined.
Yeah.
Determined.
For sure.
So in difficult times, it's really important to have people that's gonna support you. And so yeah, I think my advice would be to find people to surround yourself with that believe in your project and that believe in your talent.
What's important to you in your life? Like, what is Carissa's main values? Like,
Being myself.
being yourself.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, I think. Because people can tell when you're faking, and
That's true.
that's not cool. I think someone who's being themselves, that's the most important thing.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in studio, Carissa. And if you want to check out Carissa's music, you can
Yeah.
go on to carissavales.com. Good luck for the rest of your
Thank
performances
you.
and for your EP coming
Thank
out.
you.
And speaking of aspiring singers and new talent, let's go check out Elysia at The Voice of Gold.
What's up, Montreal? I'm ELYSIA-MARIE Campbell, and we're here at Voice of Gold, which is a singing competition for local artists. We're gonna go inside and check it out. Voice of Gold is a music competition that features local Montreal artists to compete for a grand prize of studio time. At the end of the evening, the audience votes on the winners. I spoke to Kevin Skies to find out more.
Well, the event is actually it's sort of a showcase to give the up-and-coming musicians an extra step into the music industry in Montreal. I myself am a musician as Kevin Skies, and over the years I've been going to several open mics in Montreal, going to different showcases, events, just building up my contact repertoire, and when I was finally ready to record an album, it was very expensive. It costed at least 10 times more than I first expected. So I decided to sort of give upcoming artists a chance in a way to sort of bounce up in the Montreal music industry. And with all the musicians here in Montreal, that can be very hard to get noticed and get your stuff recorded. So here we are at the first ever Voice of Gold. It's 20 artists, and they're all having a blast so far.
1, 2, 3, 4. Our band's called The Poor. We are a trio, and our music is like a blend of rock and roll with punk, so like 60s sounding rock and roll, but that's a bit more grungy, a bit more punky than that.
So, how long have you been singing and performing?
Since I started high school, which was in grade 7, I joined the school play because originally I was really into acting. So I joined my school play, but it turns out I had to be able to sing because it was a musical. So I gave singing a try, and it turns out I was pretty good, so just started from there.
So how do you feel about performing tonight?
Great. I'm excited. It's great to play in front of a new audience, and I think it'll be fun.
Not too nervous?
No, I've had plenty of experience. I was on various TV shows.
Yeah, my music is, I write songs from personal experience, very vulnerable and personal material that I put into my songs. I picked up the banjo for the first time about 1.5 years ago, so I'm really still learning the banjo, but it really spoke to me. I played the guitar, it wasn't completely fulfilling, and as soon as I picked up the banjo, I fell in love.
So if you win this competition, what are your plans?
I don't know. I never really pictured it. I just did it for fun. I never really thought I would actually win. But if I actually won, I'm not sure. It's, what the prize is, like recording time?
Yeah, you get time in the studio to record.
I mean, I would just have a lot of fun with that.
My pianist and I have written a few songs. I am a songwriter. I taught myself piano, get a little bit of guitar, saxophone as well. So I have things ready to go.
Well, actually, we have a lot of material that we haven't recorded yet, so if we do win, we have stuff to record.
Get into the studio with the stuff that you have prepared?
Yeah, exactly. Like we have a backlog of songs, and we can write them faster than we can record them. So
musician problems.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you very much.
great night here at Voice of Gold. We listened to some great raw talent from local musicians, and it's time to call it a night.
What's up, Montreal? I'm your host, Annie Deer, and we're here in NDG for the very first edition of Porchfest. Now the residents are out and rocking out to some of their favorite tunes, so let's go check it out. Now, the idea of performing on the front porch has been going around since way back when in music history. However, Porchfest itself started in Ithaca, New York, then spread around the United States and Canada until Aurora Robinson brought it here to Montreal. Now, tell us a little bit about the reason why you brought this festival here to NDG.
Well, I just love NDG. I used to live here. I lived in Boston for a while, and when I moved back here, I thought it would be like a perfect place to have a Porch Fest. And it's turned out really well, so I think I was right.
Too frustrated to see my psychiatrist. Too toothless to chew.
And NDG already has a lot of musicians. You know, NDG has music 365 days a year. We have the Wheel Club on Cavendish, Honey Martin's on Sherbrooke, the Mariposa. A lot of country musicians, bluegrass, folk. So we just thought, well, let's get it all together on one day and have all the musicians of NDG playing on the same day. And it's happening on this glorious day.
Now, a lot of residents are musically inclined. What do you think this brings to the community?
Well, a few things. It allows people to discover local musicians. It gets people out meeting their neighbors. So it just fosters a great sense of community, I think. I think that's the best part.
On my way right now to go meet Emma June, who is one of the performers at Porchfest.
Don't you worry, just sing along. You can think when you're down.
Porchfest is so incredible. Like, I think it's really great that people can just walk around and discover artists from the neighborhood. So I grew up here, and it's really great to be able to share music with family and friends.
So Emma, I hear there's a really interesting story behind your guitar.
Actually, it's a really special guitar because it was made in Uganda. And it's so the guitar company is called Duncan Africa, and it's this guy Jay Duncan in Vancouver who went over into Africa and taught people how to make guitars, and now he's giving jobs and teaching students there how to make them.
You can't think when you're dancing. You can't see when you're laughing.
How would you explain NDG's Porchfest as opposed to the other ones you've already experienced?
I think NDG's rocks harder.
That's an awesome answer.
Seeing how many people came out to enjoy it and how successful it's been, really, just how much people have embraced it in the neighborhood.
That was it for the very first edition of Porchfest NDG. I'm Annie Deer for What's Up Montreal. Back to you guys.
That's it for this episode of What's Up Montreal. I'm your host, Nalie.
And I'm Alex. Bet you didn't know that John Lennon of the Beatles wrote his hit song Give Peace a Chance right here in Montreal at the Queen Elizabeth Hotel in June of 1969. Guess the city inspired him.
A bad day, a sad song. You've waited for so long. When you work hard, it pays off. Don't you worry, just sing along. You can't think when you're dancing. You can't see when you're laughing.
And a big thank you to Station 16 for letting us shoot in their awesome gallery. You want to check it out? It's 3523 St. Laurent Boulevard.